welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're really zeroing in on a skill that can honestly transform your travel experiences.
Yeah, definitely.
We're talking about mastering essential English for travelers, whether you're planning a trip, just across the country or maybe heading overseas. Our goal here is to equip you with some key phrases, things that will boost your confidence and just make getting around, well, much smoother.
Exactly. We've looked at, all those common travel situations and kind of pulled out the most useful bits of language.
Just as you can actually use.
Right. It's not just a vocabulary list. These are practical phrases you can use, like right away, to feel a bit more in control, enjoy the trip more.
Okay, let's dive straight in then. First big hurdle, often, is booking everything. Flights, hotels, getting that sorted.
Yeah, that's the foundation, isn't it? And what's interesting is how just being clear, like right at the start, can save so much hassle.
How so?
Well, for flights, knowing how to state exactly what you need, like, I'd like to book a one-way ticket to Los Angeles, that's very different from,
I need a round-trip ticket to Chicago.
Yes,
Sets the whole search off differently.
precisely. Gets the agent or the website on the right track immediately.
Okay, and something a lot of us want is, to avoid lots of stops. How do you ask about that?
Simple enough, just ask, are there any direct flights to New York?
Good one. Though, quick point direct doesn't always mean nonstop, does it?
That's a really good point, actually. Sometimes it just means the flight number stays the same, even if it touches down somewhere. But yeah, generally quicker than a connecting flight where you have to change planes.
Right. Okay. And what about keeping costs down, the budget options?
Yes, the million-dollar question, or hopefully less.
Oh.
Just be straightforward. What are the cheapest flights available? It's perfectly fine.
But be prepared for maybe less ideal time.
Exactly. The cheapest might mean a crack of dawn departure or a long layover somewhere. You gotta weigh that up.
Makes sense. And if your schedule is the main thing,
Yeah.
if you're tight on time.
Then you'd ask something like, what time is the next flight to San Francisco? Get that immediate, actionable info.
Okay, flights sorted. Now the hotel. Where are you going to stay?
Yep. Same principle, really. Start clear. I'd like to reserve a room for 2 nights. Simple baseline.
And then they might ask about what kind of room.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
So be ready. If you have a preference, say it. Do you have any rooms available with a king-size bed? Or maybe 2 doubles, whatever you need.
Being specific helps avoid disappointment later.
For sure. And here's something always worth doing. Ask about deals.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Just ask, are there any special offers or discounts? Hotels run promotions all the time, membership discounts, seasonal offers, package deals. You don't ask, you don't get.
Good tip. Never hurts to ask. Okay, so you're booked. Next up, the airport itself. That can be, well, a bit much sometimes.
It can feel overwhelming, definitely. Lots going on. But again, clear communication is your friend here. Think of it as like a transition zone you need to move through.
Right. So step 1, check in.
Yep. Walk up to the counter, nice and clear. I'd like to check in for my flight to Miami.
And have your stuff ready.
Crucial. Passport, maybe booking reference. When they ask for ID, just present it smoothly. Here's my passport.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then security, everyone's favorite part.
Well, knowing the drill helps. You'll likely hear standard things like, do you have any liquids in your bag? Remember the little plastic baggie rule?
Right. Or please take off your shoes and belt. Just follow the instructions. It's for everyone's safety.
Exactly. Once you're through that, the challenge becomes finding your gate, especially in big airports.
Yeah, those places can be huge.
So don't be afraid to ask, where is gate 10? Nice and simple. Or if you need to change terminals, how do I get to terminal B?
Good point about terminals. They often group airlines, right?
Yeah. Or destinations. Check your boarding pass, it should say.
And what if you're suddenly realizing your gate is miles away and boarding started? That panic moment.
We've all been there. In that case, ask for the quickest route. Is this the fastest way to get to gate 5? Airport staff might know a shortcut or, where the transit train is.
Okay. Fast forward, you've landed. Now, luggage.
Right, baggage claim. Look for the signs, then ask staff, where do I pick up my luggage?
Or if you see the belts already moving.
Then you can ask, which carousel is my bag on? A carousel is just that rotating belt thing.
Got it. And listen out for those announcements.
Oh, definitely. Like, flight 202 to Las Vegas is now boarding at gate 12. Don't want to miss that.
And if you're just generally feeling lost or confused,
Just grab someone who looks like they work there. A simple, polite, excuse me, could you help me find my gate? Works wonders.
people are usually willing to help. I find.
Absolutely. It's their job, and most people are happy to point you right.
Okay, so you've made it out of the airport, grabbed your bags, got to the hotel. Now for the check-in conversation.
Right, your first proper interaction at your destination, maybe? Again, start clear. Hi, I have a reservation under the name Jake Thompson. Use your name, obviously.
Yes. Use your own name and have your ID ready again.
Yep, makes it quicker. Here's my ID and my confirmation number. They might not need the number, but good to have it just in case.
Then they give you the key.
And a simple thank you is always nice. Basic manners go a long way.
What if you've got, like, loads of bags?
Perfectly okay to ask for help. Could you please help me with my bags? Most hotels have bell staff for that.
Okay. Now, what if there's an issue? You booked non-smoking, but the room smells smoky.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that happens. Address it politely but directly. Go back to the desk. Excuse me, I reserved a non-smoking room. Is there any way to switch?
Keep it calm. Focus on the reservation you made.
Exactly. Same for other things. Need something extra? Could I get an extra blanket?
Yeah.
Or maybe you want to sleep in a bit. Is there a way to get a late checkout?
Is late checkout usually possible?
Often depends how busy they are. They might charge extra sometimes, but it's definitely a common request. Worth asking.
And using the hotel staff for local knowledge.
Oh, absolutely. They live there. Ask them, are there any good restaurants nearby? Or maybe, what's the best way to get to downtown?
They often know those little local spots you wouldn't find otherwise.
Exactly. Much better than just sticking to the main tourist traps sometimes.
Okay, great stuff for hotels.
Yeah.
Let's totally switch gears now. How about the classic road trip? Different kind of travel, different vocabulary needed.
The open road. Yeah, it's got its own language for sure. Simple stuff signals readiness, like shouting, "The car is packed."
Means everyone should get in, basically.
Pretty much. And road trips mean stops. You'll need phrases like, let's make a pit stop, for a quick break, restroom, stretch your legs.
Or the really crucial one.
We need to fill up the tank.
Yeah, don't want to forget that one.
Haha, no. And speaking of essentials,
Snacks. Always the snacks. Do you have any munchies? Someone's got to ask.
it's basically required road trip conversation. It really is. And on longer drives, planning those stops is key. Asking, are there any rest areas ahead, helps manage breaks.
Good call. Keep an eye on the fuel, too.
Might need to ask, can we stop for gas in the next 20 miles? Be proactive about it.
And when the break's over, everyone's back in.
A simple let's get going signals it's time to hit the road again.
These phrases really do capture that road trip rhythm, don't they?
They do. The needs, the flow, it's all there.
Okay, one last scenario, and it's one pretty much everyone faces sometime, somewhere, asking for directions.
Yes. Can feel a bit awkward maybe, but totally necessary sometimes. Having the right phrase makes it way easier.
So how do you start? Just walk up to someone.
Best to start politely. Excuse me. Then clearly state what you need. Can you tell me how to get to Central Park? Or maybe efficiency is key. What's the fastest way to the airport?
Okay, what if you're on foot and want to know if it's, like, walkable?
Good question. Ask about distance. How far is it to the nearest subway station? Helps you decide whether to walk or find transport. And subway usually means the underground train for context.
Right. And if you do decide on transport, like a taxi,
Be really clear with the driver. Take me to Times Square, please. Give the specific destination.
or maybe a general location.
Yeah, like, can you take me to the closest bus station? Just make sure they understand where you want to end up.
And that feeling when you're walking, following directions, but you start to doubt yourself.
Yeah, the uncertainty. It's okay to double check. Ask someone else, am I heading in the right direction to get to the museum?
Get that quick confirmation or correction.
Exactly. Saves you walking miles the wrong way.
Phew. Okay, so looking back, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We really have, from booking everything at the start.
Right. Flights, hotels, then navigating the whole airport experience.
Checking into the hotel, those little interactions.
Even hitting the road for a road trip, and of course, just asking for directions when you need them.
And the key thing, really, the takeaway is practice.
Definitely.
Just sort of, running these phrases through your head, even mentally rehearsing them, can make a huge difference to your confidence when you're actually there.
Yeah, it makes the language feel more familiar, so it just pops out easier when you need it.
Exactly. It's about feeling prepared, not panicked.
So whether your next adventure is, big or small, near or far, hopefully having some of these basic English phrases handy will make things feel smoother.
More enjoyable, less stressful. That's the goal, isn't it?
Absolutely. It gives you that peace of mind knowing you can handle these common situations.
Maybe, as you're listening, think about your next trip. Which of these situations feels like the biggest hurdle for you?
Ooh, good thought. Focus on that area first.
Yeah, maybe jot down a few phrases related to that. Airport nerves. Practice those gate questions. Worried about check-in. Rehearse stating your reservation. Little steps.
Great advice. Well, that just about wraps up our deep dive for today. We really hope this gives you some useful tools and maybe a little confidence boost for your future travels.
Yeah, happy exploring, everyone.